Hello, my name is Claire Ferres and I'm the General Manager of Place Strategy and Development at the City of Port Phillip. The world will be different in the 2050 city. The urban environment will be more dense, our physical environment will be more hostile and volatile, and technology will significantly evolve. But a city is essentially a city of people, and in 2050 people will continue to need a house to live in, a job to earn an income, and will shop for services and facilities, and many of these activities will require the need to travel, to move to and from their home. Our city will transform, and we need to plan ahead to make sure that we have the right network and the right services in place for what people need and how they want to travel. So traffic and parking congestion will have a significant impact on our environment and could very well compromise our much cherished livability in our city. In many precincts, demand for parking currently today outstrips supply, and Council needs to carefully manage parking amongst multiple competing user groups across different times of the day, week and year. So our dilemma. We want to ensure that the City of Port Phillip is a connected and livable city to live, work and visit, and we need to think about that both today, in 4 years' time, in 10 years' time, and to look ahead to adapt and ensure that we are ready for the 2050 city. We want to plan now to make sure that our residents, workers and visitors, we can meet their high expectations for mobility across the city. We also need to understand the growth forecast ahead of us, and we can expect that travel congestion will grow, and we know that there will be an increase for demand that will outstrip the supply of car parking. We are not building any more new roads, and we are not planning to build any more on-street car parking for private vehicles. So what is the answer? Well, we need to adapt, and we need to design a city for people, a city that will adapt to the future ahead of us, where we will provide more travel choices for our community, where our travel choices will be focused on the movement of people and not on the movement of vehicles, where people will have a real choice to walk, to ride a bicycle, to travel by public transport, or to use a private vehicle. Where all of these travel options are safe and direct, they are absolutely about connecting people to where they want to go, to services, to facilities, to work, to recreation, to dine, shop or socialise. Our community is already making changes, and over the past decade we are seeing this shift towards different travel choices occur. Today I like to think of the City of Port Phillip as a city of short trips. 70% of daily trips by residents are under 5 kilometres, and 50% of those trips are actually under 2 kilometres. Our city is flat, making cycling and walking a viable option, and density also creates opportunities as we start to think about a 10-minute city where home, work and daily services are all within close proximity, making these trips even shorter. Our road space comprises 17% of the total land area of the municipality, and of that area, 20% of it is currently dedicated to on-street car parking. So what is Council's role? Council's role is in two parts, and it's really important to understand what Council has a direct role over and also the areas it doesn't, so where we need to advocate and influence. We currently manage 53,000 on-street car parking spaces across the municipality, as well as 4,000 parking spaces in council-managed off-street car parks. These spaces are a mixture of paid parking, free parking, time restrictions and also unrestricted car parking. In our advocacy role, there are parts of the network where we do not have direct control, and that's where the state government's accountable or responsible. And these are things like infrastructure that's managed by Vic Roads and all the infrastructure and services that are managed by Public Transport Victoria. Council has a suite of initiatives currently underway to increase the range of travel choices, and they include initiatives such as our Walk and Bike Plan Capital Improvement Program, implementation of safer 40k speeds across the municipality, our car share program, school travel choices and community behaviour change, as well as an extensive program about upgrading our parking technology. In 2015, Council recognised that a business as usual approach was not going to address the future challenges ahead of us, and we've now started to develop an integrated transport strategy which will be informed by research and community engagement. Our streets are our greatest asset, and we need to think of our streets as more than a place to drive or to park a car. They are the public spaces between buildings. They are your space. And I invite you to think about what are the options to make the best use of and what will deliver the greatest benefits of this space. Are they a place for people to connect, to travel, to recreate, to pause or to socialise?